Our servers are experiencing issues. Please come back later. Pokemon Go. More like Pokemon No, or Pokemon Stop, or Pokemon some other obvious joke that people are making. Hey! I'm Blunty. Made a video about Pokemon Go yesterday because, of course, it launched in Australia and New Zealand. First in the world, hooray! We were having a bit of a blast with it last night. I couldn't leave the house, so I explained this yesterday in the video. I was waiting on deliveries, and also my back was very, very bad. Couldn't just wander out in the world. Then I wanted to, late last night, took a bunch of painkillers to try and get myself on my feet. Headed out into the world, but it was raining, which was unpleasant. It's still raining. This is the next morning, and I was going to go for a dawn walk. Hopefully my back was okay, and then be back in time for the deliveries to come. But it was pouring with rain, so I couldn't do that. And even if it wasn't pouring with rain, I couldn't have gone on my Pokemon walk anyway because this issue. Now, Niantic are the people who make this game on behalf of the Pokemon Company and Nintendo. Niantic also did Ingress, which is a very similar type of game where you're sort of wandering around in the world, sort of capturing points, and the very basic level of the game as a location, a geographical location-based exploratory kind of competitive type game is basically the same, which is why they were chosen to make this game in the first place. So I was a bit pissy at them on Twitter because the servers have been down and down and down. They've been down for several hours this morning, briefly coming up and then going down again. Once in the middle of a catch, threw the Poké Ball. The Poké Ball caught a Piracy, which is a very rare Pokemon in my area, the first and only one I've seen so far, and it just froze. Apparently the servers went down, so I didn't actually get that catch. Or I don't actually know whether I got that catch because I haven't been able to log in to double check. But I have to give them a bit. I started to think about it, and I have to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think it's entirely their fault. So they're doing a global rollout. So they're doing, one place first, then another place, then another place, doing it gradually so they can test the servers under full, public load and everything. They did a couple of, beta tests, private beta tests and stuff. But this is the first time they've gone public with it. And, they're rolling it out slowly. With the idea being not to put too much load on the servers and the systems all at once. But because they're doing a gradual global rollout of a very hotly anticipated game from one of the biggest, IPs, one of the biggest brands in the world when it comes to gaming. I mean, every single Pokemon game has broken sales records, I think, or at least in the main RPG series on the Game Boys and etc. The thing is, people have decided to start pirating the game, which is really, 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 really easy to do on Android. And much, much, much more difficult to do on iPhone because the game, I think, won't even run on a jailbroken iPhone. They've locked that out. Which is yet another reason why all the best apps are on iPhones and all the crappy developers sort of sludge around on Android and only publish their stuff there reluctantly because piracy is so rampant. Deal with it, fanboys. But piracy of a free-to-play game, not a real issue when it comes to, I guess, how they make their money, because they make money on microtransactions, but it's still a pain in the ass, because this is non-official channels. You don't know whether you're getting malware packaged along with it, you don't know whether you're getting the official one, and, there's all kinds of issues that go along. The point is, people really, 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 really want to play this game, and they're really, really jealous of us Australians who get to play the game right now, so they've been pirating the Australian version on Android. Now, what I think that means, as far as taking the servers down, is there's people all over the friggin' planet trying to play on the Australian APK version of the thing on their Android phone, which presumably links to the Australian servers. I don't know how the game is programmed, whether it's supposed to look for local servers or not, and even if it was, would they even be up yet? I don't know. But, I'm assuming at this point, I'm just making assumptions, that everyone else is ruining Pokemon Go for Australians because the servers have been just foobarred. The shit the bed, basically. Absolutely 100% shit the bed when it comes to servers. I haven't been able to log in reliably all morning, and I'm blaming everybody else for it. I'm blaming the pirates for it, for overloading the servers, which are supposed to be just for us. Just for the Aussies and Australia Junior over there in New Zealand. So, to all the filthy, disgusting, sleazy, underhanded pirates out there, screw you. You're ruining it for the rest of us. Self-entitled brats is what you are. Grow up a little bit. Have some self-control. Anything. Just get off our friggin' servers, because I want to play the game. But another thing that's really shitting me off is every single time the game crashes, and it does crash quite often, by the way. It's buggy as hell right now. Or the servers go down, or both. I have to log in from scratch. Like, it presents you with the screen as if you've never used the app before. It doesn't save the login properly. So I have to re-log in. And God help you if you've got a complicated, password, a proper real password with big caps and small caps and letters and numbers and symbols and, something secure. Because you'll be typing that thing in again over and over and over and over again. Oh my God, that gets tedious. Why doesn't it save the login data? And once you do re-log in all over again from scratch and get back into the game, it does save your progress. You don't lose your levels, you don't lose your Pokemon or anything, but for some reason it does reset all the settings. So every single time it crashes or the servers go down, I have to re-log in, which is a pain in the ass. And then I have to go into the settings, turn off the friggin' looping music, because that's just obnoxious. No volume control, it's just on or off, full blast or nothing. I also have to turn on the battery saver mode, so when I'm, have the phone upside down, it dims the screen to help the battery last a little bit longer, which is a really nice feature, because when you're walking around, presumably you can hold in your hand upside down, and when it goes boop boop and buzzes, you go, oh, and it pops up again. I'm not sure how much battery that saves, but it seems like a nice feature. Better than nothing, I suppose. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a bit buggy, a bit broken, and you people are ruining the service for legitimate users in Australia, the privileged few in the wide brown land, girt by sea as we are. Anyway, I just want to have a bit of a bitch. So, now that a few more of you out there are presumably using it, I asked this yesterday, I'm going to ask it again. How is your Pokemon Go experience going? I still haven't been able to leave the house, and I'm struggling to get up to level 5, which is where you can unlock gyms and things like that. So I'm almost there as we talk. I'm a slither. I think I'm about 300 XP points or something away from being level 5 and unlocking the next stage of things to be able to do. And I've got a couple of eggs to hatch. I think I've got three eggs to hatch, but I need to leave the house to do it. I need to walk. I can't. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Blunty. We'll catch you next time. Pokemon, nope.